Hello everyone, welcome to Bargain Gaming, where we can play excellent games without busting our wallets. This is part 2 of tips for beginners. One thing about the interrogation on my part 1, I think I made a small mistake in terms of the interrogation. Interrogation should be R1 to grab the guy, the Uruk with the green thing above his head. So R1 to grab and then press X rather than square. So to interrogate, press R1 shoulder button and X to interrogate, and then X again to question. So anyway, aside from that, we'll go through that. We'll do an example afterwards. Here, right in this special edition or Game of the Year edition, you have the Lord of the Hunt. So this is something we can play all over again, and then this one is also the Bright Lord as play Bright Lord campaign. So these are different campaigns. So these are small mini games to actually extend our enjoyment of the game now that we know how to play the game to a certain extent. And then, can you imagine playing? Lord of the Hunt we'll be going after join Tovin to take down an army of Beastmaster war chiefs that have invaded Nirn. So that's an expansion. And this one, can you imagine? We'll be going after Sauron himself if we want to do that. And then this one, we'll be doing different kind of chiefs to earn experience, earn points towards our score. And then we keep the additional runes that we collect. So, because some of the runes that we have collected aren't that good, this one might actually give us better stuff, better runes. And then this Nemesis Forge, I've not done any of these yet. What I really want to talk about is the change of skins. This is super cool. So we can have the power of Shadow, so that will be his permanent skin. Wow, it looks like scary as heck here, right? Look at that outfit. Look at that. So this is the outfit we have done throughout the game. But look at this outfit, yeah. And then Lord of the Hunt, it's very similar. Oh, so these are darker ones. These ones look like almost a vampire. Wow. And that can be our skin for the rest of the game, or as the Bright Lord. Wow, we can actually. I like this. This is one of the best armor get-up. But we'll be playing as Celebrimbor. Or if we want to play as Lithaniel, which is a good eye candy. Captain of the Watch. This is very close to what the original outfit we have. So this one is very cool also. So this is still, wow, this is like Celebrimbor and Talion combined, yeah? Because one side of his face. This is really scary. It is almost like a different character totally. So if we select this, then we continue with the storyline. This is something I have never done, so let's see what we look like with this new skin. So we're we're super scary. Anyway, so again we are starting. This is our starting point. So, ooh. Okay. See, that's why and here what we do is grab an X. We go into a, so that would be R1 and X to grab and gain intelligence, and then press X again to gain intelligence. This time, we can gain intelligence on this guy. So even without the green thing above the guy's head, we can actually gain intelligence. So we can grab any guy. So that's why I am doing the part 2 of the tips for beginners, is because I was wrong in my first part, where I said grab R1 and press square. It should be R1 and X. R1 and X. Wow, this is some much cooler stuff. Look at this skin. I wish I had played in this skin before. I did not realize that. So this is a wonderful. So we have different kind of skins we can pick from, and we looked at them before. So, and then the other thing that we've never done, we haven't done the bow part. Here, if you see this, look at this. How powerful Celebrimbor's abilities are. See, even that guy down here, which was so far away, both of them, ooh, but they almost died actually. See, that ability is from the Celebrimbor side. If we look at these, here, this one is the detonate. Shoot fires at or barrels, campfires of barrels, and because a lot of the chiefs and captains have, what do you call this, weaknesses to fire, and this is one of the best ways to do it, and also one of the best ways to cut down on the number of orcs that are gathered, because especially when we go into a major stronghold. So like when we go into major strongholds, like this is, that's a look at all the structures inside. That's a stronghold. On this side, that's a major stronghold. That's why that's all these clustered buildings. Over here, that's another stronghold. Over here is another stronghold. Those are two connecting strongholds. Over here is another stronghold. So getting in there is actually, and there are campfires in there. Let's say, as an example, if we go into a stronghold, let's go to a nearby one. We can just access the nearby stronghold. Let's say we come here. So the forge towers allows us to fast travel. That's why in my game, when I started this game, the very first thing I did was to actually open up all these forge towers so that I can access the strongholds easily. So, or I can fast travel between strongholds very quickly, and so by doing those, so we can open up all the we can jump from tower to tower by pressing square. The other thing here about these are artifacts, so they tell background stories, give us a better understanding. They also give us, I think maybe 25, I can't remember. I think they give us some Mirians, maybe. What really gives us Mirians, though, are the Ithildins. Those are the, oh, I don't see any more of those. Those also give Mirians. Sorry, I'm not seeing them here. And then there are two maps to this game. This is the second map. Going back to the first map, by coming here, we will go through to the first map. The second map will not be opened up until we have finished certain missions of the yellow yellow bracketed missions, or yellow colored bracketed missions. Once we finish those, we will go to the second part. So this is the second part. Sorry, I think. Is this the second part? Yeah, this is the second part. Sorry, this is the second part. So here, these are the Ithildins. So Ithildins give us a 50 points in terms of myriads. They also start to there appears. This one also gives us 50 Ithildins, myriads. Sorry. So by the artifacts gives us backgrounds as to the story, and then the Ithildin gives us, aside from the myriads, they also, there's apparently, I have not yet finished that. Apparently there is a gate that has symbols appearing, and every Ithildin we locate, it will put fill in like the blank on that portal or gate. And I don't know what, I have not finished that game. I have not finished all the Ithildin. So that is something a player can do, or we can do, if we want to continue with the game. But as it is, we have already logged in like 88 episodes. So it's not what do you call it, an important thing that we have to do. But that's something what this game allows, is that it allows the player to continue to explore parts of the game that are not critical to completing the mission of the game. So the Ithildins. And then the other thing, the final thing, is that each the sword, the bow, and the dagger, they have special missions like this. This is for the sword, this is for the bow, and this is for the dagger. There are 10 missions per armament. In our situation, if we look at the I think it's the appendices. So this is the non-Itcher Galar of Mordor. Every Ithildin we find will fill in a little patch. So we almost have the complete picture. So I don't know what that will do. Maybe I think it is just maybe like the skins. It might just be cosmetic. So out of 32, we have recovered 25. And then on the next one is these are the artifacts. These are the monsters, and these are the characters. These are the things and areas of Gondor or Mordor. Again, these are artifacts, and this final one is very important, and that's why, again, we can access this from the appendices. So the final one all the way to the end here, these are tutorials that help us, give us a reminder of what skills we have and what buttons to press. See, this one shows us what happens, right? So this is a repeat of the upgrades in the skills column. So these are the things we can do, and usually, right, there are so many buttons in this game that this page is really important. It gives a brief tutorial or a reminder as to how we need, or what buttons to press, what to expect, things to do. So this page is of particular importance. I have after I've discovered this page and come back and used it a number of times to refresh my memory of the buttons to press. You know, before then I had a hard time playing this game, but this page is a great refresher course for me. It was, at least it was for me. So like I said, when I introduced this game, my twitch factor is on the low side of average. So, and my memory is not that great. So that page has been very, very helpful. Now, if we, like I said, we're trying to get into a citadel. or rather a stronghold. So, oh, we went to the second map. Sorry. Again, I tend to jump around a lot. So let's say we get to this stronghold over here. To that forge tower to get to the southern stronghold. And then on the mini map, when we turn this around, see, look at the lower left hand corner. Lower left hand corner, that's our mini map. There is an arrow pointing north. That arrow points north. So that is helpful, especially for, it was very helpful for me, especially for me because I am directionally challenged. So remember, we're going to the stronghold that's closest to this tower. From the map, we see that it is, our force tower is north of that one. So we are actually facing north. So if by turning around, we will see that, okay, that is the stronghold. That is the fortress that we're trying to enter. And see, I'm always on a crouch basis, and to do that, we have to hold down R2. In R2, we can move. We can move this way, so that. So here, I'm just trying to show. I'm just trying to show how, like, look at that. There's a whole group of those guys over there, right? Now, the other thing that we need that makes this game so much playable is that Talion is excellent at climbing stuff. He can run, and then he can crouch, and then he can go from building to building. He can climb up. So like that guy that is on the rooftop, we can use our arrows to kill him, but I think it's better to do it this way. We can convert this guy. Okay, let's convert this guy. That conversion skill is something we will pick up on the latter part of the game. It's early part of the game, we don't have that, but we can have the kill. You know, so. I mean, we can ambush and kill or assassinate orcs. So when we get into a stronghold like this, and there are lots of those guys, like those guys there, right? We can either use our arrows to hit that like a hornet's nest, but they call them flies, but it's a hornet's nest, or we can hit things like this, like this hanging slab of meat with the ribs that are jutting out. If we bring those things down, it will raise a ruckus. The hornet's nest will drive them away, will drive all the orcs away, while the slab of meat will attract caragors, or the equivalent of like almost saber-toothed tigers or lions that will come in and munch on these guys and raise all kinds of fun. So let's say, assuming we want to remember, there was let's say we're hunting after a person. Let's say, assuming in this camp, when we press our L2 button, we go into the wraith mode. Okay, somebody saw us. Okay, that archer over there saw us. Now, in this game, archery doesn't know gravity. So archery is a very important skill. Meaning, it doesn't know gravity, meaning there is no parabolic flight of the arrow. You know, as long as we can see him, we can hit him. And the arrow doesn't, it's not affected by gravity. It just goes straight. So arrows in this game is very powerful. We can use arrows to shoot down the hornet's nest or the slab of meat. So, as an illustration, let me show you what happens when we want to get rid. Let's say we can we have choices, right? We can use the explode skill by shooting the campfire and burning these guys, or we can use the this over here, and it will see, it will cause all of those guys to flee because they're not wearing armors. See, that guy even ran over the fire and got himself burned, so he's dead. So that's another way. So fire, hornets, or another way would be. See, this again, the ability to climb. Oops. Allows us to travel inconspicuously. Come on. Okay. Up, climb up. And we can travel inside the stronghold unnoticed. The only people who will notice us are the archers. So by using our astral or our wraith mode, oh, okay, we can see important things that we cannot see in life. So look at that. We have that one with the R3 button on it, shows that that is a captain. And by pressing down on R3, let's see, we cannot see him from here, so let's see him, see if we can see him from here. Can we observe him from here? Yeah, if we can observe him from here, pressing down, like this, we can see, yeah, we can observe him from here. Pressing down on R3, we have identified him as a captain, and number two, we also see his weaknesses and strengths. So that means he can be damaged by ranged weapons. See, target found, Boobot Pit Fighter. So what is, now if we go to our Sauron's army, we see him right there, Boobot Pit Fighter. He is a level 20. And remember how he is extremely hard to kill because he is a combat master. He's invulnerable to stealth. And as a combat master, you know, he is battle hardened, so you know it takes like forever to kill this guy. The best way to kill this guy is to stun him, because stun does more damage than our physical blows. So I've tried to kill him twice, and it was like forever, but I wasn't using stun on him because as a combat master, he can always repost our flurry. He can repost our death finishes. So invulnerable to combat attacks and finishes. That's why, and because he is also battle hardened, our regular attacks on him does minimal, extremely minimal damage. So in effect, if we have to use stun attack. At that time, those two times I tried to kill him, I did not. I wasn't using my stun attacks. So I didn't know how to proceed. Then I just let him go. See, in the upgrades, the stun attacks are these. I think here, this one, square and X. So we know that we are able to have wraith energies. Is when our sword starts to glow, then we can use Celebrimbor's wraith flash. That's stun attack. That's the stun. Yeah, that's so when hit streak changes every 8 times consecutive hits, we will see it visibly on the upper left hand corner of our screen when the numbers start to vibrate and turn to red, or when our sword starts glowing. That means we now have the energies for stun attack. So I guess those are, see here, by going to wraith mode, we identified another captain, but he's not visible to us. Oh, he is. We can see him from here. Let's identify him.
Blog.
Blog the Scholar. Okay. So the wraith itself is the wraith. That's right. Both sides of the personality of Talion and Celebrimbor are extremely important aspects of the game that we can actually use and help us in terms of how to deal with these mini bosses. Like this guy that had like a flashing light, red light next to him. It is because we have death marked him in game. So that's why the guy has a red skull on top of his head. But we death marked him, or death threat him, his level increased by one. And also, and then there was another point that, oh, then we died because I think we were killed by a Karagor, and so he went up to 20, and I think that's maxed out there. So right now that he has a death threat on him, when we kill him, he will drop hopefully a better than average, either a rare rune, a blue one, or an epic rune. So that's the reason only why we want to death threat them. Anyway, so hopefully they drop a better rune. Except, of course, it also makes them a lot stronger. So I guess that's it for the tutorial. No, not tutorial. The tips. It's not really a tutorial because what I have said primarily reflects the gameplay I did, and it was primarily based on stealth mode. Also, the nice thing about this is so nice. I always want to do this. So those are crowd clearing abilities. So all of those wines, grogs, campfires, excellent choices for crowd clearing. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you will join me in my next game. Bye.